Hey, if you've sent 100 DMs and got 0 replies, you're doing it wrong. And I know how that feels. You're sitting there blasting messages to every small business owner you can find on LinkedIn, Instagram, Alignable, Facebook groups, really anywhere you think that your clients are hiding. You're copying some proven template that some guru sold you. And then what happens? Silence. No replies, no book calls, just ghosted. Now, most agency owners think cold outreach is a numbers game. Just send more messages, and eventually someone will bite. That's exactly why your inbox looks empty. You see, you're not in a numbers game. You're in an attention game. And the reality is, if you don't understand why most outreach fails, then you'll just keep working harder for the same results. So that's why in this video, I'm going to break down why your cold outreach is falling flat, what prospects actually see when you send those DMs, and the exact strategy that you can use to flip it so that you start getting real replies. And by the end, you'll know how to turn your outreach into real conversations, conversations into calls, and calls into paying clients. So let's get into it. Now, here's the harsh truth. Most agencies are doing cold outreach like rookies. Think about the last time you opened your LinkedIn inbox. You probably had at least one message that looks something similar like this. Hey, Alex, I help businesses like yours get more leads and clients through cutting edge digital marketing strategies. Can we schedule a quick call so I can show you how we can help? What happens when you get that message? You delete it, you ignore it, maybe you don't even open it. Now, because here's what that message really says: I don't know you, I don't care about your business, and I just want you on my calendar. That's why your outreach isn't working. It's not that cold outreach doesn't work, it absolutely does. But it's the way you're doing it that screams oftentimes desperation. And prospects can smell that a mile away. Let me make this even clearer. Outreach without positioning is just begging. And nobody likes a beggar in their inbox. But there is a smarter way. And it starts by understanding why generic outreach gets ghosted in the first place. Generic outreach dies for typically one of three big reasons. One, everybody using the same templates. Now, when you buy that $97 DM script pack online, you're not the only one. Thousands of agency owners are blasting the exact same message word for word. So when a business owner sees your DM, they've already seen it 20 times that same week. And so it goes straight into their mental spam folder. The second, your offer is way too vague. I help businesses get more leads. What does that even mean? What kind of leads? From where? How is that different from the 50 other marketers who said the same thing? Prospects don't respond to vague promises. They respond to clear, specific problems being solved. Three, there's no personal relevance. You see, if your message doesn't sound like it was written specifically for them, they'll never take you seriously. Even worse, they might think you're using a bot. And so that's why in Alex Hormozi's book, $100 million Offers, he explains that every offer really has 4 layers: the dream outcome, perceived likelihood achievement, the time delay, and the effort sacrifice. Most cold DMs fail because they don't improve the dream outcome and ask way too much effort for what they get. Jump on a 30-minute call with a stranger, for example. The value equation is broken from the start. And so that's why they ignore you. So let's turn that around. Let's put ourselves in the prospect's shoes for a moment. Now imagine you own a local cleaning business. You're busy running crews, scheduling jobs, answering customer calls, chasing invoices. And then you open up your inbox and what do you see? Hey, I help businesses like yours get more clients. Delete. Why? Because you've already been pitched 20 times this month. You don't know if this person is legit or simply another scammer. You don't really have time to sit through another sales pitch from someone you simply don't trust. You see, from their point of view, you're just another distraction. And here's the kicker. The one thing they're open to is actually something that feels like it's about them. If you can show that you actually looked at their business, noticed something specific, and have something of value to share, then you have a chance. So how do you cut through that noise? The key is prospecting. And here's the strategy. because it's not difficult. The strategy that gets replies is simple. Stop selling, start offering insight. You see, instead of leading with book a call, lead with something valuable that they can't ignore. For example, maybe I'll give you a couple examples here. The first one is you can say something like, I noticed you had 3 missed calls last week that went unanswered. That's potentially $1,500 in lost revenue. Want me to send you a quick breakdown? How does that sound? How about example 2? Hey, I ran a free audit on your website and found 5 areas where you're losing leads. Want me to send the 1-page report? Notice what happened there? You're not begging for their time. You're showing you've already done work for them, and now you're offering to share it. You see, that flips the frame completely. And so here's where High Level makes this ridiculously easy. In their prospecting tool, they offer the market audit widget, which you can generate personalized audits in minutes. You can literally run it for a local business and then just send them a link to it. Instant credibility. You see, that's how you turn cold outreach into warm conversations. Now, I know what you're thinking. Alex, I can't spend hours writing personalized messages for every single prospect. Here's the good news. You don't have to. You see, here's how you scale personalization without losing the human touch. 1, use the prospect widget. Add it to your site so prospects can generate their own audit. They self-identify and then they come to you. Then another way is using High Level's AI tools. Use AI tools to pull in public data, such as Google reviews, Yelp, website snapshots, and create personalized first lines. For example, hey, I saw your Yelp reviews. People love your service, but I noticed you only have 2 reviews this month. Want to see how you can get 10 more? This is key. And then instead of making statements, ask curiosity-based questions. Hey, have you noticed how many of your calls go unanswered during business hours? You see, this type of question invites replies. Statements invite silence. This way you combine automation with genuine personalization. And that's how you can scale outreach without sounding like a robot. But personalization alone won't save you unless you fix the offer. And so that's why it's key to kind of really focus in on that. Now, most agency owners don't really realize that your cold outreach isn't selling your full service. It's only selling the next step. That means the offer inside your outreach has to be small, specific, and irresistible. Now, let me give you an example. Here's a bad outreach offer. Do you want to book a 30-minute call so I can explain my services? Let's compare that with a good outreach offer. Want me to send you a quick breakdown of how many calls you missed last week and what that cost in revenue? You see the difference there? The first one is all about you. The second one is all about them. Think of it as a mini $100 million offer. You're lowering that friction, you're raising curiosity, and you're making it feel risk-free. When you do this, your reply rates go up 10 to 20 times because now the prospect feels like they'd be dumb not to say yes. And that's the key. Now here's the real game. Most of your replies won't come from the first message. The reality is over 80% of replies happen over the 3rd and 4th touch, which means if you only send 1 message and give up, you're leaving all the money on the table. This is what Alex Hormozi calls follow-up math in his playbooks. The idea is simple. The fortune isn't just in the follow-up. It's in the structured follow-up that compounds belief. Here's how you can do it with High Level. You see, maybe you have 1 touch on day 1. Personalized DM offering quick insight. The second touch on day 3. You send an email with a screenshot of the audit. On day 5, you send a voicemail drop. Hey, I just wanted to check to see if you got the audit that I sent over. On day 7, LinkedIn connection with a note saying, hey, happy to share the audit if it's helpful. Each one of these touches adds value. Each touch builds trust. And because High Level automates that sequence, you don't have to manually keep track. This is how you stop the spray and pray method and start running a real system. Now let's bring it all together. Cold outreach fails when you copy generic templates, you pitch vague offers, and you sound like everyone else. You see, cold outreach works when you offer specific insights, you personalize at scale, you craft a mini offer that's too good to be ignored, and you follow up relentlessly. The winning formula is simple: personalized insight plus low friction offer plus consistent follow-up. And the best part, with high level, you can automate the busy work while keeping the human touch. So stop burning hours sending 100 DMs that go nowhere. Build a system that gets you replies, book calls, and lands clients. Now, if you want the exact templates, snapshots, and playbooks that I use to do this, I encourage you to join our community, GHL Money Labs. It's where agency owners like you connect, share proven strategies, and shortcut the painful trial and error process. So join GHL Money Labs today to connect with other agency owners and access proven playbooks. And just so you know, in full transparency, if you choose to sign up for high level using my affiliate links in the description, I may earn a commission at no extra cost to you. But it's one way to support the channel while getting access to the exact tools I use to run my agency.